Hi everyone, my name's Anne Marie. Welcome to this card making tutorial. Now in this episode I promised on Monday that we would make a swivel and pop card from scratch. On Monday we made a card very much like this from the card making kit with the swivel and pop. So today we're going to make one from scratch. Now I would sit back and relax, kick your slippers off because this might be a long one. But it might help you if you've bought this die set, you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do with it. You keep looking at it and think, I will make one day. Now bear in mind, I've got quite a few different dies and Anna's had lots of different styles of cards. And I looked at this and thought, oh, I'm not sure about it. And I'll be honest, I actually thought, I don't know if this is for me. But now I've made them from the card making kit. It's like I'm an eager beaver to carry on and make them from scratch. So I just hope I can do this justice to be able to help and show you how to do it and give you ideas and inspiration for it. So in the die set there's two large dies. This is going to be the mechanics to make your card swivel and pop. So this is kind of like the underneath mechanics that you don't see. And then the other one is the little bit that pops. So for anybody who is now thinking, I'm really confused, don't worry, help is at hand. If you've had the card making kit, on the back of the actual sections, it tells you where you put your tape to start with. I'm going to take photos of these and put them on my blog, together with all the ingredients that I've used and the supplies that I've been through to make this card. Please check the blog if in doubt. If you need help of where to put your glue and how to put your things together, because it's quite simple, we put them like this, please check the blog because again there'll be photos of where to put your glue and hopefully that will help. Now everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on the blog. Please feel free to get in touch if you've got any comments or anything to say, if you've enjoyed the tutorials, if you've got any ideas, just contact me. I can't get back to you on YouTube, but I can get back to you if you contact me on Facebook or email me directly through my blog. Give me a few days though due to, other commitments and things like that. Now one of the main questions I've been asked to be able to show you is how to make the card that makes the swivel and pop, because in the actual kit these cards are 7 by 5 inches but they're a portrait fold rather than a landscape fold, so which basically means they would stand up that way like a tent rather than landscape. So what we've done is I've taken two pieces of cardstock. Now this is double-sided cardstock. The first rectangle is 7 by 5 inches. The second rectangle is 8 by 5 inches. And I've scored 1 inch along to make a fold. I've also used my bone folder to make it a nice sharp fold. I've added tape to the fold. So in theory this is 7 by 5 inches. Now this is our plain rectangle. I'm going to use pattern side to pattern side because that's going to be the inside of our card. I've stamped a handmade stamp using Anna's seasonal Easter and love stamps on the outside. So now I'm going to put both sections together. So remember, pattern side to pattern side if that's how you want to use it. And I'm simply going to marry up one rectangle on top of the folded flap that there is, and that creates our card base. Now in the card kit we haven't decorated the front of the card, but for this one what I'm going to do, I'm going to start and I'm going to add a panel to the front of the card, and it is simply from the Pretty Patterns cards from Anna. You get two sizes, the 6 by 4 cards and the 7 by 5, and I've taken one of the 6 by 4 cards, I've cut it down I've taken the blank and the back side away, and I've simply got flat tape on it, and this is just going to add a little bit of extra to our card front. And all I'm doing is adding that just to the front like that, because we're also going to make the belly band that'll go around the card, so that'll give it that extra wow factor. So I'm not going to do anything else to the front of the card for now. So now we can actually make our swivel and pop mechanics, so to speak, for the inside. I'm going to put this section just to one side for now while we look at the actual die cutting. So you can see I've already die cut the 2 dies used for the card. I've used Anna's pink metallic cardstock. Now this is the mechanical bit, and you can see it adds the score lines to the actual mechanics. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it and just break that crease, and I don't mean break it as in break it, just break the paper fibre just by folding it over. Now I've added tape to one side as per the little guide that I've created, and then for the actual swivel and pop section we're going to simply break the seal crease for those as well, and I've added tape on the back just like you would have done for the actual card kit, you know, when you see the instructions. So, and that's the guide that I've used for myself. So now I can peel this tape away on both sides, and I know that it's going to be in the right place, and I can take my mechanics, so to speak, and I'm going to add them over the top with the adhesive side out of the mechanic bit. Now obviously I've already added my adhesive, so you can add yours after or you can add it before, whichever you're more comfortable with. So I'm going to try and marry them up so that they cover the tape, and then I can turn it over and hopefully it will all fold together. If you give it a few seconds where you just make sure everything swivels and pops, bring your 2 sides in, push them together like so, and you're going to end up with that shape like that. And that is the mechanics that we're going to now add into our card. But before we add it, because I want to decorate my card and I want to add a base to it, I'm going to do it that way so that you can see. I've taken 2 more of the card sections from the Pretty Patterns cards from Anna. I've trimmed them down, and I'm adding them first before I add the mechanics, because once I've added the mechanics through the centre, I'm not going to be able to slip these in the card. So we'll just add these to both sides, and then we can pop the mechanics in there, and we'll have the basis of a card. So in the card from the kit, where you have the adhesive already on, I've put the adhesive on already for mine, so I can peel off the back of the tape. I think you're better off using flat tape for this, flat glue, and I'm going to simply start with the bottom section. Now, so you haven't got the guidelines now, but I'm going to fold just with one hand the card up, and I'm going to take the point of the mechanics to the tip of the card, like so. Now, I'm hoping I've got this roughly central, but I can't quite see to the other side, so you'll have to forgive me if I haven't. It's only because until I have my new pole fixed, I've still got a tripod here. So I'm just reaching round it. So that goes to that side. And now I can peel the tape off of this side. And just bear with me for 2 ticks while I peel this away. And then we can get to the pretty part to decorate it all. Peel the tape. So then I can fold the other side over and press down, and hopefully, way, we've got the swivel and pop motion. Now we can decorate our card. I'm going to start with the actual swivel and pop motion, and I'm going to add just to either side. I've taken one of the dies, I've die cut it using Anna's raspberry foil card, and then I've made a base for it by simply cutting round the matching cardstock that we used for the front. I've put it on double-sided tape, and this will just stick on either side of the panels like so. Now, for anybody who's wondering about the sentiments for the centre, if for any reason you happen to have the flip card stickers, now these were from Anna's flip card kit. There was some extra sticker sentiments available. And as I was looking through all my supplies the other day, and I was thinking, what can I use for the sentiments? And I thought, oh, they would fit perfectly. So I'm going to use 2 for thank you. So one of them says thank you, and I'm going to place it just on the centre panel. And then the second one is from the bottom of my heart that I'm going to add on the other panel. So when it swivels and pops, these are the 2 sentiments that will be seen as it opens, and those sentiments fit perfectly. And the Super Sentiment Stickers for the flip cards, that's what they were. So now I can actually decorate and add some flowers. Now, if you don't want to add flowers, you could add some of the masculine die cuts, or some of the bees, or the butterflies, etc. We're going to go with a couple that I've die cut, and I've used some of the laurel die cuts, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back of them just to be able to keep them in place. And I'm also going to add one at the other side like so. And then I've taken one of the dies from the actual swivel card kit, one of the flourishes, and I'm going to add this as well, adding a little bit of glue on the back, and I'm going to add that over the top of the laurel that we've just added. I used Anna's green metallic layers for the cardstock, and this again is the raspberry foil cardstock. Little bit of glue on the back of that, just coming down the side, press it down, and then I have one of Anna's gorgeous stickers from the Favourite Flowers 3 set. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back of this, because this is a bit of a trick. Where you've got your die cuts that you've just added, if they're very fine, if you add glue over the sticker that you're going to add, the glue will soak down and hold the die cuts underneath on as well. So we're just going to add the flour slightly to an angle like that. Press it down for a couple of seconds so that it takes hold and the glue takes hold. And then I'm going to add a little butterfly just to one side, like so. Now I can decorate the bottom, and I'm going to decorate the bottom very similar to the top. I've got some of the laurel leaves that I've cut out from the die, little bit of glue on the back of them, and I can add those, and then I can add my flourishes as well. Again, little bit of glue. Now I know this is maybe a little bit long-winded for you, but it shows what you can create and how you can put it together if maybe you're struggling with what you can do with your dies or how you could use them in a different way. So that's the glue on the back of the laurel leaves for the other side, like so. Press it down. Now you'll notice I'm using glossy accents for this. I've gone back to my favourite wet glue, and it gives me a good hold in a very short space of time, especially for when I'm filming. So we can add the other flourish at the other side, and these are great. These would be great for any of your cards if you've got this kit for using, you know, for even if you're not making a swivel and pop card. So we can add our flower sticker just over the top. That will sit there nicely after checking that. And a little bit of glue to help with those embellishments, to keep them nice and stuck firm. And then I'm going to add a little butterfly to, shall we go this side, I think, just over the ends of the leaf. So the last thing for me to do is just to add some flowers on top of either side of our panels, and I'm going to add just a little bit of extra glue for these, only because they're at different angles over the lattice, and that will help it stick a little bit. And then the last flower we can add to the other side. Again, these are all from the favourite flower sentiments, and I will put everything on my blog. A little bit of glue on the back just to help it stick over the lattice, and we can add that to that side. You can add as much or as little as you like. Now I'm going to just fold this together like so, and we're going to make the belly band for the outside. So what I've done is taken a strip, 12 by 12 strip of cardstock, and we're going to add it through the centre of the card, through the widest section, because we want it to be able to slip over nice and easily, but we still want it to be able to fasten the card together. So you might have to manipulate the sides, and just where we fold them over, just give them another little pinch together to be able to fit around so that it will slide on and off nicely. So we go from the front around to the back and fasten that with a little piece of tape like so. You don't want it too loose, but you don't want it too tight either. So we'll fasten that together, and we know that will slide on and off nice and easily, but it's not too loose. And then I've taken one of the stickers from the favourite sentiment sticker collection, and instead of taking off all of it, because I don't want it to stick to the background because we're going to be removing the belly band, I've just used a craft knife to cut the back away so that I'm only peeling the centre of the sticker to show the actual stickerness. Now what you can do to make sure that it's going to stick firmly to the actual cardstock is add a little bit of glue. So we're going to add that through the centre of our belly band so we know that it's in the right place and nice and central. On the other card kits I added a butterfly to the back of the seal. So that's another idea for you. But this is our swivel and pop card that's finished. So your recipient would be able to remove the belly band, nice and easy, top or bottom. We'll go to the bottom. And then open the card. And it's, wow, look at that card. And they'll be, thank you so much, that must have taken you hours. Don't forget, add your name on the back so they know who sent it. And I just think that is an amazing card. The wow factor from that, when you give it to anybody, they're just going to pop it on the mantelpiece and keep it there forever. They won't throw that away. So I do hope this has given you some ideas about how to use your swivel and pop dies. Please let me know what you think. Let me know if you've used them. Let me know if what you've made with them. Send me photos. And I have a lady that she sends me photos every week of things that she's created, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just happy that I can inspire or help you use a product that maybe you're unsure of. So it's just one of those things to be able to be shown how to do it, and then if it's that little push that you need, give it a go, because they're not as difficult as you think. And I'm hoping that I might have just shown that and help you think, you know what, I've got those dies, I'm going to give them a go at the weekend. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up. Please share with your crafty friends. And it's just my honour to be able to show you how to use these gorgeous products. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.